In my last video, and no, I'm not cleaning, this is normal, I did the goose poncho. But what if you wanted your poncho to have a turtleneck? Because why not? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this basic pattern. Okay, so you can get that video for that. Just see the video description. There's a link for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some length to it to give it a turtleneck, and I'm just going to roll it down at the top. So here's the basic poncho. It fits my goose, and as I said in the other video, I stopped 2 rounds short because my goose is only 21 inches and not 23. So it's something that you may have to adjust depending on the height of your goose. So what I'm going to do is, we know that we stopped and started on the one side, and you can tell where we did, and that's where I'm going to join it. So this is the side, meaning that if the goose was wearing it when you're looking at it. So just turn it to the back here, and we're going to join some new yarn to the top here where we did the neckline, and then we'll just go around in circles about 6 inches. Let's do that next. So I'm at the back of the poncho here, not the underside. I'm at the back, and I'm just going to attach new yarn to the neckline. And we know the neck goes over top of the goose just fine, and we're just going to attach it to any one of the stitches here on the back side. What I'm going to do is that I don't want any slip stitching on the neck, and so we're just going to find a way to jam in our hook and attach the new yarn. So with this already on, just attach. And I'm going to do a continuous round, and just so pull through the loop and then pull through 2. That's a standing single crochet, and just travel around the edge. Do you remember there was 28 stitches? So there's going to be 28 of these stitches all the way around. If there's a little bit more, you know, that's fine too, but just try to get it to be the same information. And we're just going to go all the way around, and I'll see you back here in a moment. So I'm all the way back around. So I need 28, which I got. So if you are doing this, as long as it's an even number, so maybe if you had 30 or 26, it's fine, but as long as it's an even number. So don't join it with the slip stitch. Just come into your first stitch and just start double crocheting around. I'm going to create a rib stitch concept for the neckline. So just go all the way around, double crochet to where we started again, and I'll be right back in a moment. So I'm coming all the way around, just double crocheting right to where I started. You can see where you started doing the double crochet before. And so I'm not joining it with the slip stitch, and now we're going to start doing the rib stitching around. And we're going to do this now until you get to the size you need. Let's begin that. To begin the rib stitching, we're going to have the ribs kind of being the same all the way around. So you're going to convert the first one here, this double crochet, into a front post double crochet. So just wrap the hook, come into the post, and back out the other side. Yarn over, pull through 2 and 2. And the next one, post, will be a back post double crochet. So wrap it, come around the back to the front, and take that post back with you. So just flip it so you can see the inside of your neckline, and pull it through, and pull through 2 and 2. So every other stitch is the opposite, right? So if that was back, this one has to be forward. So front post double crochet, and the next one is a back post double crochet. And the reason why I'm choosing this stitch is that it's going to make it look more snug on your goose and more realistic. So just back post, front post all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of the round in a moment. If you have an even number, this will work perfectly until you get to the size that you need. I'm almost all the way back around. If you're an experienced crocheter, you're going to whip around this really quickly. The last stitch before we start, again, is just a back post double crochet because it's an even number. So the first one that we started with was a front post double crochet before, so we're going to keep that as a front post double crochet, which keeps the ribbing going up equally. The next one, you can see it's kind of tucked in behind, and you're going to make that a back post double crochet. So what I need you to do is just go around and around and around. You don't need to count your rounds. And I'm going to go between 6 to 8 inches tall from the neckline where I started. And that will give me plenty to be able to roll it down on the goose's neck to be quite cute. And because this yarn is changing on its own, this is a Red Heart Super Saver Biddy Stripes, and the color is called Unicorn Mane. The colors are going to change on its own, and with this rip stitching, it's going to look pretty cool. So I will get back here in just a few minutes, or moments actually, seconds in your time, of having 8 inches done, and we'll fasten off and we'll try it on our goose. So I'm just finishing up my long neck area. Remember that the last stitch was a back post double crochet when we were starting it on the neckline. And so you want to follow it down to where the seam was on your poncho. Okay, so it's pretty close to the same. And so the very next stitch, then just slip stitch it to the top of the first front post double crochet. So we're going to then trim off our yarn right here, and we're just going to pull that through and just grab a tapestry needle, and we're going to weave this in to position. So as we begin to weave in, we're going to favor the inside of your neckline. So just going down through the same coloring. So if you've got different colors going on, just make sure this stays within the same color. Your goose isn't going to be moving around much, so you can just weave it through. Always the trick is to get the strand to go between the plies, not just the strands itself. Okay, you're going to trim this, and now you can try it onto your goose, and we'll see how this looks in a moment.